What's up, my peoples? Welcome back to another episode. Stay tuned for this girl talk. Welcome back to today's episode, guys. How are you guys feeling?
Amazing. Alive. I feel like I survived a lot this past week, guys. Honestly, la mera neta, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Last Friday, twice,
and the same week, dude.
In a couple days from apart. We went to Queso Locos, and when I was coming back in the Popka, this guy was drunk and he got into my lane, and I swerved all the way into the ditch. And I saw that drunk motherfucker go past me.
She came home boohoo crying.
I did start crying. Why? Because I nearly saw death like in front of me, and I had my daughter with me. So I was just like, what?
You think of the worst scenario.
Yeah, and I started to cry. Why? After, because I was like, imagine if I wouldn't have swerved off, he would have hit me.
You should. I feel like any type of, not even like you have to get an accident, even if
near
accident, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Honestly, I just thought like how your life can just change in a split second. Like just a moment ago, like 2 minutes ago, I was just eating Queso Locos with the girls, and now I'm in a car accident dying with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that happened to me on Friday, and then Monday came. I was going to work, and once again in a Popka, you guys need to get it together, a Popka. Come on now. Especially like drunk driving, get it the fuck together. Anyways, I was going to work, and once again, and this was on curves. These are in curvas. So obviously when you're in curves, you can't really like go over a person or rebasar una persona because it's a curve. You can't see the other car coming.
Yeah.
So here I'm coming like super fast because I was a little late. You already know your girl can't be on time. And once again, a car was trying to pass another car, and I'm coming hot in the curve, and
they're going hot,
and they're coming in hot, and they almost hit me again. And this time I couldn't really swerve to the side because they have like the rain how do you call them? The gutters, and they were like big, and I know I would have definitely fucked up my car. So I just braked and just called it a day. Yup, I'm like, called it a day. No, I was just like, lo que sea. But honestly, after that, I was like, fuck, is this a sign, God? Like, que me voy a morir a la verga or something?
No, bitch,
like,
don't fucking say
no,
that.
honestly, like, even after that, I started to cry too, because I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
it's always that saying, like, you might be driving fine, but you don't know.
No, some people se echan 2-3 cervezas, you know, you're a couple beers, 2-3, the max. Like, don't try to drink a whole 18-pack, 24-pack of beer and like, expect yourself to drive safely home. Like, don't forget, we have other people out there. Like, don't change people's life like that. Just don't.
I mean, even with 2 or 3 beers, if a cop pulls you over, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, you just do 2 or 3, that's fine." No, they're gonna
DUI. Yeah, you'll still get a DUI. Like my homie over there from my middle school, I had reposted her mugshot. That girl messaged me talking about, oh, can you please remove my mugshot off your
Karina be putting them on blast.
I was like, I didn't put it on blast. I just
but
said,
you're reposting.
I reposted it. Look, she even said her middle school, my middle school crush. Look, first of all, I was saying my middle school crush. Second, I was not expecting for Shorty to be on a mugshot. I was not expecting it, so I was shocked. But I wasn't downing her, and I told her too. I'm like, look, I did not repost it to make fun of you. I just reposted it because you were my crush. You know.
You were shook.
Anyways, I was shook.
You took it down.
Yeah, well, yeah, to respect
she felt bad.
to respect her, but at the end,
public record. It doesn't matter where it's at. It doesn't matter if you repost it. Everything is out there.
Well, that's kind of. Could that count as girl code?
Oh yeah, damn. Good. No, I'm like,
no. You want to say? I'm just kidding. No, I was gonna say women power. Women power. No, like I said, I wasn't making.
We support women. We support women.
But basically, that was not your intention.
No, it wasn't. And to the chick, get it together, girl. Don't drink and drive. I'm just kidding. No. Seriously, if you drink, if you know you cannot drive, just stay in your car in the back seat, because you can still get a DUI.
No, but I think it was bad girl code of me, because I was like, don't take it down. I was like, it's public record, what the hell? So yeah, I would say that's fucked up,
because that's not your friend.
Yeah,
she's not my friend either.
But you don't know what opportunity she could be going for. You don't know if she's
not that many. Not that many. If she chose to drive, well, drive
after this DUI.
I mean, low key, yeah.
But we support women.
We support women.
I mean, I'm pro women as long as they're pro themselves. Like,
like period poop. No, but that was my story, guys, of almost dying, I think
you just needed a shook. Because sometimes I feel like in life, like there's like a shook, you know, like something can happen, then you're like, oh damn, like I was living like
what were you doing? What were you thinking of in the moment? Maybe it was God giving you a sign, like, girl, get it together.
She was just, bitch, I'm late.
Yes, in the moment,
so
I was like, you don't be late again.
Yeah, not even that, but maybe God was like, stop being worried about being late and just take it in. Like, just take a moment to yourself, meditate. Like, you don't have to be so focused on, oh my God, I'm so late.
Yeah,
like I seen this thing. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's okay. I seen this thing where it was like, don't get impatient with red lights. If anything, just take a moment, breathe, meditate, talk to yourself. Like, don't get impatient with red lights. It's called
take
the
a
red
pause.
light. Yeah, it's called like the red light. It's like a mantra thing. It's literally people meditate at red lights because supposedly it like helps for you not to get upset at red lights. If you're running late.
Me quedo dormida la verga for meditating.
Just no, but literally it's just you being like taking a different approach to look at different things, a different perspective.
But I'm not gonna lie, it was after those 2 times that happened to me, I was like, voy a disfrutar un poquito más, like, no la vida, sino ciertas cosas.
Yeah.
Because anything could have happened to me, and tomorrow I wouldn't be seeing my beautiful sunset.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, that's
like
crazy.
How I see it is like you live on autopilot. Like you get up, you're always late. You take your daughter to school. You go to work. You go to work. And then you work, and then you come home and you do it all over again, kind of like on autopilot.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was like a shook, like, bitch, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know, sister, just drive safe.
No, but God is with you, sister.
Yeah.
Like, always persínate before you leave the house.
Oh yeah, for sure, all the time.
And, God.
And both incidents, which it wasn't an accident, it was incident. I deadass was like, thank you, Jesus, thank you, God. Like, oh my God,
you need to go to church.
I'm like, of course.
And I was just like, mi gallito negro, my car. I was like, my God. But yeah. Anyways, but today's topic is girl code.
If you haven't guessed already, because we're like,
for real.
Dude, honestly, have you ever seen that MTV show Girl Code?
Yes.
No, it's on VH1 to correct.
No, I think it's MTV.
It was on MTV, y luego VH1.
Well, I watched it on VH1 in freshman year, and boy, I used to wake up early as fuck just to watch that show. The girls on that show are so funny. Look it up on YouTube. They have a couple episodes. It's pretty old. But it's so funny, and I think that's what this reminds me of. It was just us talking girl shit. For real. Yeah, no, honestly, really. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get this conversation started, because I want to know what people had to say about the Q&A. Yeah. We made a Q&A on our Instagram, and
anonymous
Q&A, just to ask, our audience what they thought about the idea of girl code, or what are some things that you would never do.
Never break.
It was like, what is one what is one girl code that you absolutely would never break?
Yes. So let's see what our responses were. Let's see what the girls think.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one was dating exes.
Period.
Yeah.
I think that's a big no. That's the number one no.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Same here.
I feel like
go ahead.
Every time people say girl code, that's the number one thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But yes, I think it's pretty weird if I date my friend's ex.
Can I ask a question? Is it weird if you guys stop being friends and then you dated her ex?
Yes,
Ooh,
I think that's worse.
still-
Yeah.
That's
still-
worse.
That's
Yeah,
worse.
because you betrayed your friend just because you wanted to be that.
Yeah.
girl.
Even though
but
you're not
we didn't-
friends.
No, but we didn't stop being friends because of that. As in, like, we stopped being friends, and then, like, then I dated her ex. Damn,
Yeah,
I just
that's
exposing myself. But yeah,
that's worse.
really?
Yeah, I feel like that's
But
worse.
we're not even friends anymore.
Still, you guys were
Still,
friends.
You
at
were
once.
friends.
So basically, you fucked her too.
Yeah.
So, no,
they
yes,
didn't
that
fuck.
too.
No,
but
it wasn't that
No, it
intense. It was a younger
Yeah,
lover.
it was a younger relationship. It was not
okay.
that deep, bitch. God damn.
Okay, because sometimes, guys, I just sometimes, you know, I have an imagination, even though my sisters think I don't.
I don't think you
And
do.
I would be like, oh, would I feel weird if my ex-husband now would date my best friend or my sister or my mother?
Ew.
Would I feel weird about it? And
No,
I'm
you
like,
better feel
Yes.
I wouldn't feel weird.
What?
What the fuck?
So you could be a sister
What?
wife.
No, I said my ex. Why would I be her sister?
Okay, it's
like ex.
Yo, that should be out here though.
I
Like,
mean, okay, maybe not my sisters, but I mean, like, are my
That's what I'm like,
friends.
that's where
like,
you had me like family.
Okay,
Family's
I
a
pushed it
no-go.
too far. But like, if let's say pretend, which we know is never gonna happen, but that my significant other, we broke up, it's all done, and then he starts dating Jessie. I don't think I would feel weird with her. But with anyone else, to be honest,
So any of your
because
other close friends?
what
you
other
wouldn't-
close friends?
I obviously I'm not
Oh.
gonna say any names, but
who?
No. Why would I
Okay,
feel
what
weird? Because
about,
she's actually family, though. To be honest,
what about?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
What?
But I wouldn't do it to other people. But if I really think about it,
So you
When
wouldn't
I break
mind, so
up-
you wouldn't mind. Sorry,
when I break up with the person that I was with, even if we have kids, I feel like once they leave my house, it's not my problem.
Oh, I get it.
You
Because
get it?
once you let go of that person, it's because you don't want that.
Yeah, like if
Oh.
I am jealous of my significant other with someone else, no matter who the fuck it is, then there's a problem.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But
You're right. She let him go. For
if I let him go,
Because you
there's
don't want to
nothing
be with him.
there.
Like,
It's like si no es si ya no hay sentimiento allí, porque si yo me voy a dejar es porque ya no hay, you know, feelings.
Yeah.
Like I'm done.
You're out like completely.
Yeah, like I don't feel that way. But on the flip side, I would never date my best friend or anyone's
'Cause you're
ex that I
thinking-
know. Because if you really think about it, girl code, it would only be in this small circle, right?
Yeah.
Because that person dated people before you. So if
Yeah.
you think about it, you can't find a person that's never dated and like realistically thinking.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I think, guys. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it to people, but I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
mind.
I get
it
what you
being
mean
done
now.
to
You know?
I know exactly what you mean. That
I had to explain it nicely.
So basically, everybody out here that has a problem with like
Your
ex,
friend,
no,
your
no, no, no.
ex.
Let's just say your ex is your okay. You guys broke up, right? It's
Yeah.
your ex, but your ex is dating a girl that you knew in middle school,
Uh-huh.
and then you get mad at that. It's because you still have feelings for your ex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period. Poo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I see it.
No,
Ask me
I
30.
too, because I try to put myself in
Now
that situation.
I see it like that.
With
Yeah.
my partner, I'm like,
Even-
how the fuck?
No, yeah.
So half of y'all ladies that are mad at the ex for dating another chick, you still got feelings for homie girl.
'Cause I
Get
feel like-
together.
I do, but oh my god, it felt like perfectly into what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Because I was like, at first you guys were like, oh,
I
Yeah,
was
'cause I was
lost.
like, what is going on, sisters? I'm like,
I
what?
got lost in the sauce.
we got some
for
with
real.
sister wives because last week or the week before, yes,
It
it
was
was
me.
all sister wives. So you brought it up. That's funny.
Okay, ¿cuál es la
Alright.
otra answer?
So the next one was letting each other know when a fit or hairstyle ain't it. All my friends gotta look good.
Okay, on
That's
that one,
understandable, yeah.
Yes.
I understand.
just
Alright.
like
So
just
you're not gonna go
depending.
looking out like a fool.
Yeah, like if you know if you're out, your jacket's looking a little iffy, I'm gonna be like, hey, you wanna borrow my jacket?
And this is where I feel like obviously your style is your style, but I get when you guys say like, oh, like
This will look better with it.
yeah, like if we're getting ready together and I kind of see where the outfit is not going the right way, and then I can kind of like tell you, oh girl, like those shoes will look better with that outfit. But obviously if you see your friend, I mean, would it be right for you to tell that person, hey girl, like your shoes don't match, like what's happening?
I get what you're saying,
because they might reuse that outfit.
yeah.
So is it correct? Do you guys think it's correct for you to say something even though they're like wearing it and there's no going back?
Well, I think it just depends.
If they ask me, like, yeah, like if it's something like where I'm like, hey, like I don't think she knows about it, or like there's a stain, something, or you know, that's okay. But if like you say, like Yesenia has said, if I know them and I know how they dress and I know what they like, then yeah, I'm gonna like let them, you know, wear their outfit comfortably and not make them feel like, oh, do I look weird? I'm not gonna make them feel like that tampoco, but yeah, but if they have like a stain or something, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, dude,
because everybody does have a different style. Maybe you don't like what I wear, but but I like what I wear.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
But
So
obviously, like I said, like if you wearing that and maybe that goes better with heels, you could be like, oh girl, like that would look so much better with heels. So next time that person would know to maybe style it a little different. Okay, I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then this one is always be 100 with your friends, even when you know she's wrong from time to time.
Oh, we have no problem with that in this circle.
I feel like I feel like back then I would be scared. Not like scared like, oh, like
they're gonna get mad at me?
Yeah. Scared like that. Like, oh no, not scared like I'm shy to tell them, but like scared like what if they're like, bitch, what the fuck? Like what? Like why aren't you supporting me? Like they take it the wrong way, as in you're judging them, or you know, instead
And I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, because I'm it takes a lot for me to really speak up, but if I say something, it's because I really care. So I would hate for a friend to take it as like, oh bitch, what the fuck, like you're judging me or what, like, you know. So I would back then. Now I've learned to be a little bit more free spirited, but back then I would hold in a lot. Like they would ask me like, oh, what do you think? Honestly, if you want to do it, you should do it. Like that's literally what I would say. Like, what do you think?
You really wanted to say something else.
But I really wanted to be like, no girl, like that does not seem like a good idea. But I felt like I would, if they wanted it, I would be like, if they want it, I should be a good friend and support what they want. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, nah bitch, you need to get off
like
of that.
they say, if you really love the person or care for the person, you're gonna tell them the truth.
Yeah,
you know?
no matter what.
Let them go through it.
No matter what.
You know, being stupid or doing a mistake, you gotta tell them. If you don't, why would you let them walk out like that? You know, or keep going forward with their life like that. Next.
Okay, so this one, it says letting your friend know her man is cheating, even if if you're cool with both of them.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
I think
Once.
Did you tell her?
Yes.
Oh, period. I think I should.
But it did not
It
go
didn't
well.
go her favor.
You see, that's very hard. That's why it's like, even if you know them both,
But I didn't lose my friend. I didn't lose my friend.
Good.
And
That's what matters.
It did make it a little awkward for a little bit, but I feel like in that moment, I kept telling myself, you should have kept your mouth shut.
Really?
Should have kept your mouth
So
shut.
I think she said that because she was it was me.
It was me. So we were young. We were really young.
We were young, stupid young.
Yes.
like 15 or
younger.
Yeah,
Around that age.
16,
17,
17.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
14. Yeah, 15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was not upset at her. I was more like
I said at the people that were with me. No, because it wasn't me.
I think what she hates is drama. She hates when the conflict is really out of control. That's when she regretted it because it kind of got out of control.
No, it was because people were pressuring me to tell her because I am her best friend.
Obviously.
It was like a group effort.
I would have preferred her telling me
on her
own, one-on-one.
Yeah, I think
And
that
not
would have been
sharing
better.
it with other people.
No, it was shared to me.
It was shared to her.
They were telling me.
And they were telling, they were
You
pressuring
wish it was in
you.
private.
Yes, they
Like,
were
tell your
pressuring
friend.
me. So they made me go where she was, and I'm saying made me because in that age I was like, no guys, like
But they basically, like, push
in the
you.
group. I was like, no guys, but then they kept saying, what kind of friend you are if you don't da 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 da. And obviously she's my sister, so I'm not gonna let her go out like that. So I thought I was doing the right thing because I was peer pressured, but it just didn't work out for me.
I mean, it did.
I mean,
was
it
thankful.
did.
I was just a little bit embarrassed because it was
But
like the whole
I
group.
feel
that
like
knew.
no, not just the whole group. Fuck the group. I'm just saying your significant, your person at the moment was there,
Oh.
and then he felt like he needed to defend himself
Yeah.
against me.
True.
So I felt messed up because he was like, "You're a bad friend," and I was
Yeah.
like,
Wait.
"Girl, I felt like he just shot me in the brain."
Wait. Who told you you're a bad friend?
Her boyfriend.
Because you just snitched on him.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but I felt it because I was young and dumb. So I was like,
So you were like,
And I got her fired up. She's like, I'm not a bad
yes, but I went Jackie Chan on that one.
Y ya ibas a sacar los.
forbidden. She was gonna pull out the forbidden moves.
No,
Yeah.
with the nunchucks.
The nunchucks and shit.
Oh, you're choking on my saliva. Jesus
It happens to me every podcast. You're right.
In every podcast, there's a comment.
It's mine. It's literally me. Tengo la pinche de garganta bien pinche seca,
Nah,
bro.
ya tienes que dejar esos pinches puffs.
Oh my god. I'm like, don't
But
touch
yeah,
it.
guys.
Fuma puffs.
But yeah, guys.
I think it just would have went better if you told her,
yeah,
like on her own.
Obviously, now as a grown up, I'm like, what the fuck? I should have waited till
But
she
she
was
was feeling
alone.
pressure though, like really,
Yeah.
like she was getting really.
Yeah, and it was like by a certain person that at the moment had me like
Starstruck.
Embobada.
like you could say that, and not embobada, just
No,
like.
no, no.
Like
It
you
was
wrapped
just
around
more-
his little finger.
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
too much. Because
It was more like.
Embobada, like you.
no, because I wasn't like
he was more like
he had like a certain
Charm.
no, I'm saying like I don't know how to explain it.
He just had an influence on you, basically.
Uh-huh. Sí,
it was
ajá.
a big yes.
She
She was
was-
influenced.
Exactly.
You hit it on the nail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it worked out because I mean,
You guys are still friends, and it didn't.
Yeah,
it didn't
it
make a
didn't.
dent in you guys'
No.
friendship.
No.
Which is always a good thing. I think that's the
Yeah.
best. Because
Yeah.
I
You guys
hate when
survived that.
friends
Yeah.
pick their significant other over their best friends. I just think that if your friend was there with you when you weren't with your significant other, then you're a fake bitch. Because I think you should always keep in mind the people that were there before your significant other, and that
Yeah.
will be there after you break up with that significant other. So
Yeah, that's true.
I feel friendship should always be held to.
It depends on the
Yeah.
friendships.
No,
too.
that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like if you knew them before your relationship, okay, understandable. But
If
Yeah.
they're good people too, because sometimes I feel like there is some toxic friendships, but sometimes you don't see it.
yeah.
And then your significant other could be the influence of telling you, hey, that's kind of toxic.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So it just depends on the friendship at the
Yeah,
end of the day.
for sure, for
I
sure.
think.
Well, I just want to say thank you because she was being a good friend and she. I mean, you know,
Yeah, I
She could've
didn't
kept
get
it
it
to herself.
I didn't get it. I didn't send the message the right way, but
You got it.
but she did what she had to do. She did what she had to do.
She
as a
got it to the
friend,
postman
you know.
office.
yeah, even though like at the end of the day it wasn't really me. So maybe it wasn't that good of a friend. I don't know. It's just that in that situation is hard
Yeah.
because she could either end my relationship, like get the
But I
fuck out.
didn't because.
No, I'm saying like
Yeah.
to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
someone like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know it could go bad.
Oh yeah.
And so you would have to question like, okay, like I could this you could sit yourself down and be like, okay, so this could happen. Like she could be like, you're right, let's get it together, like, you know, try to figure it out. Or she can go the opposite way and be like, why are you in my business?
Yeah.
So like, you know, like
Which happens not most of the time, but 50-50. You'll get that friend that would be like,
Yeah, like-
thank you or fuck you, you know,
Yeah,
like,
like-
you ruined my family.
yeah, like ándale, you run my family.
No, la mera. Damn, bitch, have you heard that before?
Yeah, La Rosa de Guadalupe. I'm just kidding. No, yes, I've heard that before. People, yes.
Yeah, like it could go 50-50 and it's a hard it does like either break or make the friendship.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it's just what type of person you are. If you're the type of person that wants to like really be into that person and be like, okay, this is my best friend, like my homegirl, whatever that is that you call that person. Exactly. Like, oh well, if it doesn't go my way, I did my job, then it's just go for it. If you're the friend that don't give a fuck and she opens her eyes when she, like, I guess you have to know that person.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to know your friend.
That's
So should you say something or not, it's up to you and your friend.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
The next one. Never let people feel comfortable talking about your friend in front of you. Period.
Yes, ma'am. Better shut them up.
How to get that in there,
Have you had that?
Yeah, I've had that happen to me, but I thank God that this was.
Joanna, you remind me of that secret. Who? Jose Feliciano.
I couldn't even get it out. My dog looking at her like she just devoured a fucking 40 bag, bro.
Take a picture of her so
Wear her black eye shades.
We can post it on the day of the freaking release.
I think it's because with the headphones too, it makes even tighter. But what I was saying was, it's happened to me once, guys, where.
I can't.
Jose Feliciano, se te
They literally can't even take me serious. But anyways, like I was saying, was that I don't look.
No, she thought she was looking like Carol G.
Carol G ended up looking like Mr.
Jose
Feliciano.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Jose Feliciano. The fact that I didn't even know who Jose Feliciano was.
He's very famous for singing Feliz Navidad.
Oh, he sings
Feliz Navidad.
Hey,
Okay.
he probably does that too. Okay, yeah. No, okay, let me get back to what I was saying. Anyways, like I was saying, so like, bitches, stop fucking laughing at me. I'm gonna make my eyebrows come over my glasses, yo. It's only happened to me once where they've tried to talk about my friend in front of me, and this was, thank God, this was like, you know, when I had already been friends with my friend for a couple of months already, and I feel like she was the one that really, like, I feel like she's the one that really helped me look at it that way, because back, like, you know, I wasn't that person back then, so it took for her to really be like, yo, like, would you like it if someone said that, like, to me about you and you weren't there? And I would be like, damn, for real, because I'd be like, yo, I heard they were saying this, and she'd be like,
no den corazón que no sienten.
No, but
but still, that's like
Because
it's
let
like
me
you
tell you-
leaving your friend's house and you not knowing that as soon as you walk out of that door, they're talking mad shit about you, and you just
But-
spilled your beans. Like, that's not cool.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Like you just gotta straight up know who you talking to. Like I'm
But
not
that's
gonna
what I'm
spill my
saying.
beans to a friend that I met 3 months ago.
But still, that can happen to a friend you've been 15 years of friendship. You think, but there's some funky bitches out there. I'm sorry, but grown, young,
Say it again.
funky, funky
Okay,
bitches.
this is
Because, no,
how.
let me finish talking. Let me finish talking.
A ver,
So I
Miss
feel
Feliciano.
that's me the rest of the podcast. So I feel like, yeah, you can sit here and be like, but we've had years of friendship. We were like, I know who I'm dealing with. Yeah, but what if they're not on the same mentality as you? Because that was me. That was me. That was literally me. I would be like, but they're just telling me about you. They're not talking shit. Just how she would be like, but they mentioned you. Doesn't matter if they're. If it's a good way, okay, boom. But if it's any type of negative energy or just like criticizing, whatever it may be, I just don't think it should be spoken about. I literally, that one time it happened to me, I was like, no, if she's not here to defend herself, let's not even touch the subject, because it makes, to me, it's just, why would I give people that comfortability to talk shit about my friend that I'm literally gonna go and see the next day and be like, act like nothing happened? That's just weird. And she's gonna be like, why do they feel so comfortable with you sitting there and talking shit about
that's like you're talking shit.
exactly. So
Okay, so this is how I see it. Okay, even though
my
I
glasses
have
back
friends that, well, not friends, I don't want to say friends, but I have relatives, friends, whatever you want to call them, that I've had for many, many years. But I know, because if that person talks shit,
Sorry.
Her taking pictures.
I was feeling the Feliciano thing. Okay, you were saying.
If that person talks shit about her, let's say her family, even her sister, whatever, about her to me, then I know that whatever I tell her, she's gonna tell the other person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's however she talks about others. You're gonna get the hang of it. Like, okay, she would do that to me.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I categorize my true friends to my, let me spill my heart out.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how I would know who to tell my shit to.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way they say or express themselves about others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course.
That's always like,
Next question.
All right, the last one is spreading bestie secrets. And let me tell y'all, okay, it's not talking bad, but cuando uno está in the young years, you don't know much about about girl code or sisterhood or anything like that. But we had a friend, me and Jessica had a common friend where she would trade secrets. You remember?
So she was a whole dude, she was an official chismosa.
Yes.
She was an official chismosa. This
But
girl
we
had
didn't knew
files.
it. In the things she would say, she was like, I don't know what was her excuse. Her excuse was like,
you tell me something and I tell you something?
No, it was like more like, they knew something about you, so we traded secrets in order to, like, she would just trade secrets. Like,
So
you would
basically
tell her
she
something
would-
about that person, and then she would tell you something about the person they want to know about.
Oh shit! That's
And
what I'm
I
telling you. She
found
was a
it.
professional chismosa.
Yes, and I found this out because I think because of you.
I don't even know.
Something that she came up and she knew something about Jessica, and I was like,
She's like, bitch, what do I gotta trade for this?
and she had trade secrets with somebody else, but this friend was doing this, so
Oh my god!
I think that was, but she wasn't like.
Was she spreading them, or she was just?
I mean,
trading them?
technically-
She was just, well, it's kind of
Technically
like she was
spreading
like trading secrets.
Damn, bro, that's
Yeah.
really smart though. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold home, girl.
Yo, my dog was out here hustling,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
it's
she
kinda
was.
So she knew everybody's tea
That's what
at
I'm
the end of the
saying.
day.
At the
She's
end
a
of the day,
whole
she did
investigator.
know.
Ella is a whole licenciada out here, bro. Like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. She probably had a
She
whole
cool, she
folder.
cool,
Esa
she
sí es
cool.
maestro.
She's cool, like she's very cool to chill with, but don't confide.
Yeah.
And don't trade secrets. 'Cause
I feel like back then it was really hard when you're in that age, you feel like
'cause
everyone's your best friend.
Yeah, damn, guys, I'm so shook. I'm sorry, but she's talented. She got talent. Because what? Trade secrets for secrets?
Yeah, she would trade
Damn.
My dog.
That sounds like a whole profession.
now,
like a trade.
Now he's gonna kill me. I'm like, what did she know about me?
Yeah,
That
and
was
then she
pretty
knew
chill.
things of me that I'm like, how the fuck did you know? But it was through another person
was through
too that
another-
she found
It
out.
wasn't through me.
No, it was not through her.
I feel
It
like
was
this
through
happened.
Jessica.
I feel like this happened to everybody, where at least one of your secrets was told out there, like was
traded.
exposed.
And everybody knows it. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure that everybody spoke about it. So it's not really a secret anymore.
No, well, for
¿Quién no
me,
tiene cola que le pisen? So-
yeah, of course. But for me, I feel like I was friends for this person for like most of my childhood and almost going into middle school.
And you told her a lot of your shit.
No. She told my shit to people, and she had just gone to middle school. She was like one grade behind me, and I remember the day I found out that she was telling my family things, like things that would happen in my family that she knew about, or like, ooh, bitch. I let her have it on the bus. I was like, and then it was the most awkward shit too, because mind you, obviously it's middle school, and like middle school kids are horny. So like, tell me
my
why I'm walking.
They are horn
She was in the back of her bus with her boyfriend, and I walked to the back of the bus, and I'm talking. They're going at it, boy, and I'm just like, hello, and I'm saying her name. I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you, and like the way they just had to like come at it. So I'm sorry, I just had to say that part because I always remember that. But yeah, I had to tell
set her
her.
straight.
Yeah,
You had
I was
to
like,
say all her
dude, I
shit.
was like, I could not believe it. I was like, why the fuck would you even like do that? Like we were little kids. Like mind you, this was before middle school. So I'm like, what
Tell
the fuck?
me, what was her response? I
Her
can't wait
response
to
was
see.
I didn't say anything. But it's like, how could people know about shit that would happen in my home, bro? Like, I thought that was weird. And yeah, and then obviously she got her 8th grade friends to come try to fight me. Bitch, I wasn't scared. I still met them outside the courtyard. I'm just playing. No, but for real, I feel like that was the only time that I've ever actually felt betrayed, where like my personal shit was out there, and I was like, what? Like, I didn't know how to feel.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like,
that has happened to me too.
Like,
and my mom had confronted me, so girl, my skin was like, I wanted to yank my skin out, especially when she was like,
told mom.
Somebody told my mom
That's even worse.
a very deep, intimate secret about myself to my mom when I was a teenager, and yeah, I got in trouble, and yeah, she told
everybody.
Yeah,
she told the whole neighborhood apparently.
No, she told the family. Like she told the family basically. Like it was a friend that was obviously like into my family, so she shared it to them, and then they told my mom. Yes, girl. I was like, it's that one moment when they hit you with like, are you still a virgin? And it's like, fuck, like having that conversation with your mom, especially when you're like young age. Yeah, I felt very, very betrayed.
Yeah, sister, yours is worse. I think I would have ripped my eyeballs out. Like, no, really.
And I never actually spoke back to this girl like that.
Good.
Ever.
No,
again.
I had it like I did have like I've only felt betrayed by another girl once, and she's our relative. She told my significant other, I don't know what you are, my boyfriend, whatever you want to call
husband.
it, my husband, my boyfriend, whatever, things about me.
To jeopardize like your relationship.
Yeah, like let's say I had a boyfriend back in like middle school.
Oh, she like basically put your business out there of your
like,
past.
She told him things about like my relationship, my past relationship. And I was like, what? And I confronted her, and she's like, no, I didn't say that. But how does he know certain things?
That didn't happen in his ear.
Even if it's just one detail that like he didn't know, because he didn't know me back then. So how did he find out?
Not even that, but
and he straight up told me who. And then I'm gonna get her, and she's gonna act like, no, like I didn't.
She can't. I'm sorry, but she was dumb for even lying, because she was one of the main people in your life at that time. Like,
yeah.
It's like you're the only person that I talk to. That I have as a friend at the moment.
That's why I'm like, she really thought she was doing something.
So that's the only time that I felt like, oh my god, like
your business was spread.
Yeah, and like I hold no grudges, because I'm not a grudge bitch. Like, like at the end of the day, I tell my significant other, lo que no fue en tu año, no te hace daño, because that's none of your business. But at the moment, I felt betrayed. I felt like, what the fuck? I thought we were tight. I thought we were like,
especially if you guys are like relatives. That's even more like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't really go fuck, because I didn't do nothing bad. It was nothing serious. It's not like I was, But at the end of the day, it does, when a woman betrays you, especially with somebody that you think you're close to, that's the one that hurts. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what was I doing? Like,
what can you do?
How can we live through life? How can we had our moments, like our heart-to-heart moments, when I was there for you, and I know things about you, and I would never go around telling people or telling your person,
Yeah,
like, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, to be honest, I do regret, because if you think about it, it's not even that, like, oh yeah, you tried to do that, but it's the fact that I let you let you into my life, bitch. And you did that shit. Like, damn.
Well, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I like one of Karina's girl codes.
Oh yes, one of my girl codes that I run by, it's the wait until your BFF is in their house before you drive away. That's a sure. That's the number one.
Yeah,
that has
I
to be
do that
on
all the time.
So do I.
I've had relatives where I'm walking in and I turn back and they're gone.
They're already like, bye.
I was like, I wait for you, right?
You like,
if I forget.
Yeah, I think you do wait for me.
I mean, it's not like I take you home all the time, but the last time that I took you, I waited for you.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, I did.
I
Just
think it's
once.
super. I like
You
just
left us so late. Oh, yeah, because she didn't. Because I've had, like, I'm telling you, and I'm like, I feel butthurt. I'm like, what if somebody was waiting out there and like they waited for you to leave and they got me
and
out
that
there?
actually happens though.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Oh no! So one little thing that I want to add to that is like, I'll be like, text me before when you get home.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, usually when obviously when you're the person you get home, but text me. And oh my god, that would always be me. I'd be like, but actually text me this time, because then I just like you don't even text
I'm that
me,
bitch that forgets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the next day is like, did you get home? Yes, I did. Sorry.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, and then you see the message in the morning, you're like, yeah, I'm home.
All right, so basically the definition of girl code, it's, the girl code is the ultimate list of rules of ethics we follow that could essentially make or break friendships or any relationship.
Yeah.
So basically, like, I guess my question is, as we get older, do we apply to it still? Do you still apply to girl code as you get older?
Or you do a whole George Lopez and it's just about you.
Exactly. So, ask yourself, like, do you still apply to it? Or to you it's just like, that's so, like, little girl shit, like middle school.
Yeah, because I can see how people can be like, only young girls do that, or only, you know.
Yeah.
So I can see that. But it doesn't take much, like I said before in the beginning, to be just that girl's girl. Like, just to be like, oh, like, just be nice to other girls. You don't have to, like, abide by girl code, like, oh,
Yeah.
So it's like I said before, like, it's sisterhood.
Yeah,
It's more
sisterhood. Like, just be, common courtesy.
Es que también,
Just be a good fucking human being.
Yeah,
that
girl.
too. But I feel like right
Like-
now everybody their mind is like everywhere. So who knows if a lot of women still apply to it, or like you said, they're just doing the George Lopez just themselves. Like, it's just about them.
Because
so,
I mean,
quién sabe.
I understand the whole George Lopez. I can do
What
the
do y'all
either
mean by
or.
the George Lopez thing?
Oh, he got dragged because he doesn't. Basically, he said he doesn't support upcoming comedians.
Oh, okay.
Mexican,
Sorry,
not
I
Mexican,
didn't
Hispanic.
understand that. That's why I was like, what?
So he made like on his own podcast. He was like, they named a upcoming comedian, Mexican comedian. And he was like, who's that? Like, no, like
Tried to belittle them, but he tried to belittle that.
And like he tried to be like,
That's
no,
the
like
messed up.
live your own, like
Basically,
worry about yourself.
basically, like, get there on your own. Like, no one's gonna help
and
you.
I get that, because at the end of the day, guys, you have to go and do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, I understand like girl code, whatever, but you never know if that girl's gonna stab you in the back. And like, it's just like a whole cycle of girls on girls. I don't know how to explain it, but at the end of the day, you make yourself happy because only you live your life.
Okay, no. I mean, obviously, you cannot go out in the world trying to please everybody.
Yeah, that's
You
where I'm
cannot.
going at. Thank you, Yessie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I mean, to me, it's just like, to me, it's a little bit different. I'm gonna abide by girl code, depending on your vibe. If you being a bitch to me, and
I'ma be a bitch to you.
I'm gonna be a bitch to
She's
you.
gonna let you walk around with lettuce in your teeth, girl.
With toilet paper stuck to your fucking shoe or whatever it is.
Or your period.
So,
Oh my god,
we
forgot
So-
which one.
So you're basically saying you reciprocate the energy that you're given. Like,
I know I'm gonna go out in the world happy because that's the type of person I am. But once I make eye contact to you and you give me the bad eye, girl, we on it. 'Cause I can return that bad eye back.
Yeah. No, we missed one. Like telling another girl que está manchada. Because that's a big one. I feel.
No,
like.
that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
girl, I got
You're
you.
my enemy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, I've done it to a couple girls before, and it's not the best conversation you want to have.
What? Tell them.
Tell
Tell
that
them,
they're
yeah,
staying?
because
It's
I've
uncomfortable
gotten
for sure.
both like responses to be like, oh
No,
my god, like
you've
what?
had a
Like,
bad response?
Yes, I've had this girl be
How?
like, why are you looking at me? And I was being so nice about it. And I'm like, it's happened to me a couple times already for me to know to go up to the person, whisper to them, not be like, hey, you're staying.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go up to you politely, pull you over, and just be like, hey girl, you're staying a little bit back here, but it's okay. Like, if I have a pad, I'm gonna tell you, hey, do you need a
here.
pad? No, bitch. I got some girl literally being like, why are you looking at me back there? Like, if I was like, bitch, I'm
It's
not
like
trying to.
you have a big ass stain. Like
No,
when you-
but like I felt like she was saying like if it's there, like why would I look at it or say something
Or
about
like,
it? But
basically, they're trying to insinuate that you were looking at her ass. That's why you know that it was stained.
No,
I feel like
I
what
think
she
it's
was
more
trying to
the attitude.
insinuate, it was like you seen it there, and then you're gonna like she basically thought that I was just coming to tell her just to be like a snotty
Funny
bitch
or-
about
yeah.
it. Yeah,
That's
but
weird.
like she was like basically saying like if it's there,
How
and you
old
know
was
it
she?
was there. My age. Well, at the time I was probably like 18, 19 years old.
And she acted like
Yes,
that.
bitch. I was
What a
so.
shame.
I didn't even know if I should be like us like felt offended or if I should understand. Like, oh, be like, damn, girl, you're right.
And
Like,
you know what? That ruins it for everyone else because then now you're gonna question:
Like,
should
should
I
I
go?
tell her?
no, I'm sorry, but I'm always gonna tell the girl. Like, I even I went to a birthday party and the birthday girl was stained, and I still told her, and I was like, hey, like, you know.
But that's super nice because everybody could have just because
Exactly.
again we go
And she
to
had
the
white
thing.
pants on, y'all.
Oof.
So I was like, as soon as I seen a little, it was the tiniest dot, but I
But you saw
noticed
it.
it, and I was like, I know it's gonna get bigger, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah,
Even
I'm gonna
if
tell
it's
her.
tiny in white pants, boy, it's like aunque sea
Noticeable.
chiquita se ve grande en los white pants.
No, see, but yeah, girls, just be nice. Like, we're not telling you, oh my God, bow down to every bitch out there, but
No, I mean, it's
I
whatever
think-
you feel too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you're feeling it, and if it comes out genuine and you feel like that person's gonna receive it as well, like go ahead.
Yeah,
Why
but
not?
like she said, like at the end of the day, it's like how you felt it, and you're still gonna do it. You said regardless.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm just that person. I'm gonna do it regardless.
It
What?
reminded me about this thing that's going around on TikTok about Itati Lopez. I'm sorry, it's just going around.
God.
How
Okay,
she's
so-
acting like a fucking crazy
The
person.
no,
What?
man, no
What was
way.
telling you about?
So apparently she sells something. She sells something about face care.
Oh yeah,
You talking about my bitchy tatis?
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
that's
wait.
not the girl I'm talking about.
Okay, so wait. So then apparently this girl commented on a video, do I wash my face first or something like that? The point is that Itati, instead of answering the question nicely,
Yeah, because it's her business.
yeah, it's her business. She's running a business. This bitch said, ¿te limpias el culo primero
O cagas.
O cagas y luego te lo limpias.
Oh,
Bro, the girl was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like she roasted me, like, instead of her telling me, because it was
Like
a little
guiding her.
complicated, you know? Like, you know? And so then it reminded me of that because she's like, it really ruins it for me. I'm never going to help another, like, you know, you're not going to support another TikToker
Yeah.
with that sells things genuinely.
Yeah.
Because that she had a bad experience. So when she said that, like, you know, I thought like that ruins it for everyone else because at the end of the day, you don't want to be in that predicament again, so you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it literally runs with that because I'm sorry, everybody's commenting how that she was fucked up and she roasted the girl and it.
But that's how she is, though.
Yeah, but
But
not
if you're a
everybody.
business owner and you want your
And they're
products to get
asking about your
sold,
product.
have
like
to
be
be patient.
professional about it.
Yeah,
That, but
she may
también,
need to learn a little more
you know,
about the
no
profession.
todo el mundo se lleva.
That's
Eso
true.
sí.
So you have to be careful. Like if you're doing the internet by yourself, make those comments.
Yeah.
But don't tag that girl and make a video. I don't know if she did that, but that's what the girl said because she said that she kept getting notifications on her thing. And she
Damn.
said she had made a video, so I'm like, how would people know it
See,
was her?
That's why I be
Shit.
second thinking on commenting.
No, but but that's what happens. It's like when text messages, like when you get a text message, you feel like, oh, they're screaming at you or they're giving you attitude, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
And then you get pissed off about it, and then you reply, "Oh, pissed off," and then the
Yes.
whole drama starts because you don't. It's a message. You don't,
Exactly.
it
And
doesn't
there's
have
no- what is it
feelings or emotion.
Sometimes I do that. I'm like, oh my god, did she? I wonder if she feels like I'm giving her attitude. You know, I'm a person that I can't read the room. I can't read the situation. It really takes me like a lot.
I cannot believe you.
Yeah,
Actually,
feel
I can't believe you would.
or I feel like, well, my partner would be like, you didn't notice, and I'm like, no, like yo soy bien, like I just live
Me
like.
too. I feel like
Somebody
somebody
just got
attention.
attacked behind you, you didn't notice.
No, like if somebody, no, I'm talking more like,
Yeah, I
if
know.
you gave me a stank eye, I
like
might
an
notice.
indirecta. I might
Oh my god,
my head. Like, bitch, what?
No,
hell
not
no.
me. It just depends on my day. But most of the time, I'm like, I look. Like,
Do
let's
you
just
notice?
say.
No, but
yes,
this bitch looks too closely.
No,
Like, she'll
let's
be like,
just say.
did you see how he moved my fucking pin, bro?
No, like let's just say you're telling her a story, right? And like I would look at her face to see the reaction of your story, and if I feel like she's like, the fuck, I'm right there. I'm just like, I don't like this hoe. Bitch, she's explaining something to you. Bitch, you better act right. The fuck?
Karina's one of those friends that if she's telling you something and being like, do you remember? And you're like, no. And she's like, no, remember? And you're like, no. She's gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, why don't you remember? Like, literally, she gets mad at you
Because you don't remember.
because you don't remember.
No, but I do read a lot. I do. I kind of hate
into it though.
No,
Do you tend to read too much into
Yes.
it? That
Into
there's
people?
nothing there, and you think there's something
yes,
there.
yes. Sometimes I do.
It's
Like
I know
hand.
people like that.
I'm like, it's out of hand.
And I'm
don't
like,
know.
what? You got that off of that?
I'm really good.
story.
No. I'm really good. I'm on point. Like I can
You can
sense
read
you.
the room?
I can read it and I can sense you. I can walk in and I know something's up.
Yeah,
Real
but
quick.
same, like how
By
you
just
said,
a
Karina,
look,
do
by
you
just a
know?
look, by
Do
the
you
way
read
you
too
move.
much into it to the point where you're like, can I? Am I?
I
Sometimes.
test it
Yes.
to see if
You
I'm
test the waters.
I test the waters to see if I'm
And
really
sometimes,
into it.
and sometimes I try to be a little fucking extra mean. I know certain shit aggravates them, and I try to just do it to aggravate them.
Oh
just to
yeah,
get
she
under their
does that. I've seen her do
skin.
it.
Like, fuck
To
you,
me?
bitch. I don't
No,
like you
she'll
either.
do it to anybody. Like literally. Yes, huh? I've seen you do it to me. I've seen
You're
you.
different, okay?
It's another vibe.
I'm like,
You
yeah,
don't
see,
count.
I can, yeah. If I walk in a room or like some shit, like the way the face, the way, like, yeah, I just like,
You know right
I don't
away.
give a fuck, bitch. Literally. Anyways,
But
but
I think that's just part of you. You know, like
I don't
you're
know.
supposed to be like that. Like you're supposed to learn how to read the room.
But you don't.
I don't. I'm so stupid.
my eyes are
I feel
out.
like I've recently not started to like know how to read, but know that I should be reading the room. Because back then I'd be like, but if I'm like, how do you
We're
say it?
Capricorn. It's a
If-
Capricorn.
Yeah, because I feel like the more clueless you are,
No,
the
I
more
think it is.
happier you are. But at the same
Don't
time,
know.
when you start noticing shit that you're like, what the fuck? Why am I letting this shit go on? You know what I mean? Then you're like, hold up, bitch. Now I gotta actually say something, and now I have to find where the problem is, because if I was paying attention like you guys, then
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, this because this bitch don't like me. But
yeah.
then no, when you are like out of nowhere, where like you don't read the room that often, and you all of a sudden you're like, damn, she's talking to me weird or different.
Yeah.
Then you're like, damn, now I gotta
No.
see what it is.
No, girl, I've always been able to read the room and address the issue.
I only read
Especially
the
when
room.
it
I've
comes to
only
it.
felt that vibe from one person. Really? Remember that person that went to your birthday
but
with her, and she's
yeah.
like, I feel it too.
Yeah, uh-huh.
At her birthday party one time
Yeah.
when we made ceviche, and I'm like, I'm not liking it. And after that, I just could not with that girl.
Damn.
She has just such a nasty
And
energy.
for Jessica to have picked that shit up, that
Yeah,
was
girl.
strong.
Really, bitch? I'm like, I'm curious. Like, what?
I've been peeped that. Anyways, but just be nice to each other and
Yeah, like why are you hating on each other? I feel like
At
that's
this
just
point
so
of
nasty.
age, if you're in your 30s,
Hey, I
just, you know.
No, también mid 20s. I feel like ya 25
No,
ya
no,
estás,
I'm
ya
saying,
tienes,
yeah.
como dicen por allí, ya tienes pelos en la cola, ya pórtate bien.
Ya se
no,
puso
pero
enlazada,
sabes.
pues.
Dang, guys, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, she's pulling a Jessica.
No, really.
Capricorn
I
thing.
was gonna bring up another
It's a Capricorn
topic
thing.
that I really wanted to talk about today.
guys, I'm gonna let you remember. I had I seen this girl's somebody reposted a Facebook post, right, and it said, I hate when grown adults try to blame their actions on their zodiacs. Like
Oh yeah, that's
why right now I was, because they'd be like, oh, I'm mad.
That's such a Capricorn.
Or, yeah, they're like, you're dumb as fuck, bitch. You know you're just crazy as hell. Why are you trying to blame it on that
such a
shit?
Cancer.
Yeah.
That is such a Cancer thing to say.
Because I feel like once if I start talking to you and I ask you when's your birthday and you tell me you're a Capricorn, I'm like, oh, I already know. Like I feel like
You already
I
know how they are?
always, almost all the time,
But you
I get
can't
along
do
with
that.
Capricorns like this. Like it takes 0.3 seconds and we're already like. Ay, por favor, tú con tu horoscope.
no,
This bitch will check her horoscope every day. Talk about zodiac signs. This bitch
Not
will check
every
her
day.
every other week.
No, okay, but at least I don't.
Don't get upset.
No, I'm just saying. At least I'm not sitting here.
Yes, you do.
I don't
Like,
blame
this
my
happens,
actions on my zodiac. At
but
least.
you blame what happens in your life on your
I don't.
horoscope. Karina,
just say-
it's not a big of a deal.
No, I just say like if I heard my horoscope and then something happens to me, I'm like, oh shit, that shit was said. Like, damn, that's crazy. But I don't make it such a big deal.
But it was a similar thing. But anyways, all right, you guys. Well, we're closing off today's episode. It was a good one.
It was truly.
a good,
We got in a little heated arguments.
We got
interacted
who
with
heated. I'm like, God damn.
We got into it. We bump heads a little bit, but I think that's what makes a good podcast. Because imagine how boring it would be if we all thought the same thing.
Yeah, and we
You know?
shared laughs. We got mad. We got upset. But
Yeah.
it happens.
The best thing is that we interacted with our followers.
Oh yeah,
With the ones that did
And I
reply.
feel like this,
so.
yeah, this time.
Okay, so we're at the end of this episode.
Sorry, y'all, but we really went in on here. We dragged it out. But I had so much fun recording this podcast today. I actually feel like we got, we
We need to do more of these, but we
Most
need to
distinct
actually
ones.
say our story times. I feel like story times are like,
Or we can
Dope.
do story times individually.
Yeah.
because I feel like that's why we just like get carried on. We have a lot of stories to say. But don't forget to follow our TikTok, Already or Not Latinas Here We Come, as well our Facebook and Instagram.
And check us out on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
We need to start posting a little bit more, but go ahead and check us out.
And
Give
don't
us your
Subscribe
opinion.
and follow.
And don't forget to rate our podcast, guys.
Yes.
And
please.
soon to be coming is what would you guys call it? A vlog? What do you guys have coming up on YouTube?
Oh yeah, it's our review of food truck that we
Visited.
We visited.
So keep an eye out for that, guys, because that should be coming soon.
Yep. So that'll be all. I hope you guys enjoy your week, and if you have any topics, just send us a message on Instagram.
Or any crazy stories, any story time you guys want to say, even if it doesn't have to do with like our topic or anything like that.
Any
Share
chisme. You got a
with us.
chisme, we can deliver it for you.
You
Just
can say
send it our
anonymous
way.
too.
Yeah, just write anonymous on it and let us know all the chisme of Apopka. Because I know Apopka's #1 that listens to us. Come on, guys.
Of course, we're from
juicy
Apopka. Puro pinche 407 o qué pedo.
If you want to send an email with your anonymous message, go ahead and send it to readyornotlatinas@gmail.com.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Love ya. Bye.
So this is Jessica.
Joanna.
Jessie.
Karina.
And this is
Ready or Not, Latinas, here we come.